Hi, Josh Barker with RE/MAX Town & Country Real Estate. Thank you for checking out our video blog for the month of December. Looking back at last month and the month of November, we had a very strong month for home sales. Over 200 properties closed escrow, and if you compare that to a year ago, not only are we meeting expectations of last year, but we're actually exceeding that in a lot of areas. This first slide I'd like you to take a look at is our actual foot traffic report. What the foot traffic report is a report done by the National Association of Realtors, and it tells us how many lock boxes are actually opened on a monthly basis. If you look at it closely, there's 2 years to look at here. Year 2013 for August, September, October, and then the year 2014 in blue for August, September, October. You'll notice that in 2014, we're actually exceeding the amount of lock boxes being opened over last year. This means that we should expect to see a lot more closings in November, December, and January than we have seen in years past. The next piece I wanted to touch base on right now is just our future home price appreciation index. What this does is it gives us an idea of how much appreciation we could expect to have in the market between now and 2019. If you take a quick look here at the slide, what it's going to share with you is that, first of all, home appreciation for this year averaged between 4 and 5% overall. Going into next year, the averages are between 3 and 4%, and it really keeps that trend all the way through 2019. But if you look at the cumulative appreciation over the next, roughly 4 or 5 years, it's roughly a 15% appreciation by the year 2019 if you average in all the home price expectation surveys. So that's really good news for everybody. The final thing that I'd like to touch base on is there was this new report that came out by Harvard Business School, and it talked about the importance of home ownership, and really they broke it down into 5 major pillars that people should consider when they're purchasing a home. And the first one was just to remember that housing is typically one of the only leverageable assets that people can acquire. In other words, for a low down payment, over time the investment that you invest in will actually appreciate or expect to appreciate, which is unlike a lot of other investments. If you think about a car or furniture and those kind of things, they typically don't appreciate with time. The next one that they brought out was that you're paying for housing no matter what you do. Whether you own a home or rent, you're still paying for housing either way. So the argument, of course, is that if you're going to stay somewhere, why not pay down a mortgage while you're there? The next one they brought up was owning is usually a form of forced savings. And isn't this true? I mean, each month you make a mortgage payment, you're paying down a mortgage balance. Hopefully it's appreciating over time, but it's really forcing Americans to actually, save for the future, which is exciting, and it's a very good part of the home ownership dream. The next one was there are substantial tax benefits to owning. We have what's called tax savings for home ownership. In other words, there's an amount of money that you can write off each year based on the home that you own. So it's something really important to look at, and it can offset what you thought to be maybe an extra expense in owning a home. And then finally, owning is also a great hedge against inflation. Historically over time, rents have gone up. Now, if you buy a home, once you've locked in your 30-year fixed mortgage, typically your payment associated with owning that home will not go up, which means that you've essentially hedged yourself against inflation, or at least rent inflation in the future. So very important point to keep in mind. So in closing, I just want to wish you all a happy December. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everybody. As always, if you have any questions at all, feel free to give us a call at the office. So thanks again. Make it a great day.